What is an artisan? Is a skilled craft worker who makes or creates materials objects partially or entirely by hand. These objects may be functional or strictly decorative. An artisan is a person or company that produces something in limited quantity, often using traditional methods. The artisan and the gift. Magnificent structures that are often appreciated not only for their historical significance, but more so for their aesthetic characteristics that render them unique, become tourist destinations for those who wish to explore and see the remarkable facade interior and even the minutes of details up close. Another contributory factor is the emergence of technology and knowledge in managing and conserving all of these objects and structures, enabling the retention of the integrity of the art and the intention of the artist in terms of design and overall aesthetic.
Third is Albrecht Dürer self-portrait. In this visual arts, an example of an artist strongly influenced by this was Albrecht Dürer. Born in 1471, his father was a goldsmith, that is why he also apprenticed as such. Later on, he shifted to the visual arts. Based on the photo of Albrecht Dürer self-portrait. The self-portrait is most remarkable because of its resemblance to many earlier representations of Christ. Art historians note the similarities with the convention of religious painting, including the symmetry, dark tones, and the manner in which the artist directly confronts the viewer and raises his hands to the middle of his chest as if the act of blessing. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The artist in his studio. Moving back to Europe, the big shift that propelled the evolution of the pivotal role of the artist in the arts started during the Middle Ages of the Renaissance period. Ito yung pagpapalit o pagpalipat ng mga artist at karoon ng evolution to the Middle Ages of the Renaissance period. Most pivotal developments included the transformation of the craftsman to an artist to an independent artist, the widespread patronization of secular art, and the assertion of the cognition that will and individuality. Pagtatransform at pag-evolve ng mga artist, dumami ang naging artist nito. Before the Renaissance period, artworks were left unassigned artists, claiming authorship to their works or affixing their work onto their surfaces while their paintings were a big milestone in the history of the artist. Ito yung pinakamahalaga para sa mga artist sa mga ginawa nilang artwork ay ang kanilang marka tulad ng kanilang pirma. Combined, this resulted in a wider variety of artwork, not just in form, but more so in style and technique. The side that saw was a very personal space of the artist himself, which is the studio. Pinakakailangan ng artist na magkaroon ng sariling space para sa mga arts na gagawin, yun ay ang studio.
Other players in the worlds of art. The terrain has different traverses to become increasingly complex. In last century, sabihin ng nakarang taon, some roles have been exist since the history has been properly dealt with, ascribed name, and legitimized network relationship with each other. Kailangan, kapag nag-post ka sa museum, may property, may name, may pangalan mo, and legit yung ginagawa mo. Ibig sabihin, ikaw, pwede ka magbenta sa iba, ganun. pwede mong i-share yung artwork mo. The network is what we call is the artwork. Artwork yung pinaint mo, yung ginawa mo as in gawa mo. In Howard S. Becker's art words, he know all artistic work like all human activity often a large number of people. Yung mga artistic people like yung gumagawa, bumibili, mahilig sa artwork, pwede pumunta doon para makihalubilo sa ginawa niyang artwork. The work shows sign of cooperation. Lahat sila nakikipag-cooperate. Pwede ka kasing magbenta, bumili, gumawa, mag-post dun sa museum. The pattern of activity that we can call an art world. Art world kasi yung picture mo, yung ginawa mo, yung art mo, pwede mong i-post doon sa museum. The artwork approaches the art. There is assumption work in theatery. Iba't ibang artwork yung makikita mo doon. May maganda, may mga depende sa sa'yo kung anong gusto mong gawin. The artwork will central position artists enjoy and scheme art experience. Lahat kayo nag enjoy Sama-sama kayo nandun, nakikikooperate. Yung painting na tinitignan nyo, iba't ibang meaning kasi yun. Merong maganda, yung meaning, meron ding pangit, pero nasa sa'yo naman yun. Pero lahat ng artwork may meaning. That's all.
Good day, ma'am. I'm Stephen Brian O. Pamintuan. Complexity of art world. Our formal production. Take administrative or managerial roles can exist in institutional and non-institutional scenario. Ito po yung mga nagmamanage ng mga ano po, ma'am. Scenario kung maayos or hindi po, ganun. These roles can broken down working boards. For independent artists, those outside the wing of the gallery as a stable artist to manage their career and to help them promoting themselves to the art world. Sila po yung mga nag-aaral po ma'am para ma-promote nila yung mga ano po nila, mga arts po nila para maging stable artist po sila. A curator, one of the most role institutional curators, the museum and galleries. So the role is more interpretation and development of artwork for collecting significance, relationships, isolation, parts of a wider narrative sum. Roles reserve and rights for design and layout to display or exhibition. Ito po yung mga naglalagay po sila ng mga art sa ano po, museum or galleries po. If curators hardest to define collectors of the easiest to quality, it is the roles oversees the sale of the artwork of the collectors who keep the identity hidden. Sila po yung nagbebenta po ng mga gawa po sa ibang bansa pero hindi po nila pinapakilala kung sino yung gumawa. The term patrols are variety reason for the appreciation and enjoyment of arts. Ito, sila po yung ano po, ini-enjoy nila yung paggawa po ng ano, arts po. For educational, it may provide preservation of posterity. Collectors are more involved for himself that only appreciate arts but known as arts understand pattern of the career to collect and supports the museum. Ito po yung mga nagpo-post ng gawa po nila sa museum para maging collect po nila at makakita sa ano po, mga museum. In arts dealers, the artworks may variety of the means such as gallery in the Philippines is a bit. There are many roles exist artwork today. Yung marami pong artwork po na ine-exist ngayon panahon po. Other roles are in the socio-economic networks of the museum and galleries. This institution will be different way to separate one from the ethics into market of arts museum involves of sell arts. Ito po yung pinaghiwalay po nila yung pang nilalagay nila sa museum or binebenta po nila sa mga marketplace po. The roles of museum is to display artworks for education only, narrative, exhibition in form of museum programming. Ito po yung pinopost nila sa ano po. Ito po yung pinopost nila sa museum po para maging artworks para mapag-aralan po ng iba po.
Good day. This is Erica Nicole Reyes reporting about the production process. What is a linear progression? It is the process of creating an artwork that does not necessarily follow a linear progression. There was a form of flexibility given to a artist, which means that different art styles, periods, movements were made possible. Artists know how to conceptualize and execute their ideas into reality. Lastly, it has guiding principles that governs the general process of art production, which are the pre-production, production, and post-production. First is the pre-production. This is where the artist starts to come up with ideas on how he can communicate on his audience. Second is the production. It is the execution of the art. It can be in the form of sculpture, painting, film, photograph, music, and etc. Third is post-production. This is the most drawn out. Once an artwork is finished, it will be then decided on how it will be circulated. That's all for the production process. Once again, this is Erica Reyes reporting.
Medium and technique. First, what is medium? Medium, it is a mode of expression which the concept, ideas, or message is conveyed. It may be concrete or tangible, like paintings, sculptures, and monuments. It may be ephemeral or something like film, track, and performance. Chosen medium must not be expected to yield the same result. Second is technique. It is a artwork that shows the level of familiarity with the medium being manipulated. So it has consideration of time, the usage of tools being used in doing artworks, also the site of creation.
Engagement with arts. The defining roles and nature of exhibitions have had an interesting evolution, changing alongside the demands of the society that purports to partake in its display. Sinasabi dito sa engagement with art kung paano na-appreciate ng tao ang isang art, like kung paano nila engage ang isang art, photograph, sculpture, or kung ano man na arts na nakikita ng isang tao. Nakapaloob din dito na sinasabi rin dito sa engagement with arts na one of the most common platform to engage with the art is through exhibitions, either at museums or galleries. Nowadays, there are other exhibition spaces that have opened up for artists to showcase their works. Ginagawa ito ng iba't ibang artists na pinapresent nila sa museum or kaya gumagawa sila ng social media, ipopost nila kung paano i-appreciate ng iba't ibang tao ang kanilang arts.
Hi, my name is Ronnie Siaplico and I will discuss about Gawad sa Manilikha ng Bayan or National Living Treasure. So, there are 73 awardees of this prestigious across different art forms. Some of the honor and privilege that our National Artist Awardees receives. First, the rank and title as proclaimed by former President of the Philippines. Second, a medallion or insignia and a citation that will be read during the conferment. 3. Cash award and whose benefits. Sample of benefits is monthly life pension, medical and hospitalization benefits, and life insurance coverage. Number 4 is a state funeral and burial at the libingan ng mga bayani or Heroes Cemetery. Dito pwede sila mag-decide kung gusto nila ilibing sila sa Heroes Cemetery or kung saan man nila gusto. And last is a place of honor designated area during national state function along with the recognition or acknowledgement at cultural events. Thank you.
Hello, this is Michael Grate presenting Lesson 5, Awards and Citations. Awards and Citations. Order of National Artist Award or Orden ng Gawad Pambansang Alagad ng Sining. The Order of the National Artist Award was established under Proclamation Number 1001 dated April 27, 1972. This is the highest national recognition given to Filipino individuals who have made significant contributions to the development of Philippine arts. Fernando Amorsolo is one of the most important artists in the history of painting in the Philippines. Amorsolo was a portraitist and painter of rural Philippines. He is popularly known for his craftsmanship and mastery in the use of light. Fernando Amorsolo was called as the Grand Old Man of the Philippine art. He was the sole awardee in the year 1972 of National Artist for Visual Arts. Awards and citations. Ito po yung pinaparangal sa mga artist na kinikilala sa galing nilang sa pagpinta. Example nga po ng award ay yung Order of National Artist Award o Orden ng Gawad Pambansang Alagad ng Sining. Ito nga po yung pinakamataas na award na nakukuha ng isang artist dito sa Pilipinas. Ang una pong nakakuha nito ay si Fernando Amorsolo. Yun lang po para sa akin. Maraming salamat po.